Hi everyone, I'm sitting in the car after donating my regular plasma donation at the blood bank, and because I've been coming here for quite a long time, because I'm a regular donor, I generally come every fortnight, and today was my 92nd donation. I don't generally get weighed. They don't ask me. They all know me, and that's just that. Today I had someone new, and although she's seen me before there a few times, she wanted to follow protocol today, and I had an issue with that. I had an issue with getting on the scales, and I'll tell you why. Because earlier this morning I was really vulnerable with all of you on my Facebook page, and I just let you know how I've been not taking care of myself the last few months. This year's been really busy. I'm sure that so many of you can agree it has gone so quick. And my life is changing. And of course, when our lives change, other things in our lives change. When aspects of our lives change, other areas in our lives are affected or changed by those things. And for me, working more and juggling my time between all of the things that I have to take care of with my business, starting the new training institute, working with my clients, finding time for my partner, finding time for the children, which is super important to us. All of these things in between my live workshops and my courses and my other events, it doesn't always leave a lot of time. And time management probably isn't my best top skill, just being honest. So today, after the last few days of really struggling to be okay with where I'm at, to realize my body's trying to tell me something, and I'm finally shutting up and listening. The last few days I've really noticed a big change in my body, and when that happens, it's almost like I suddenly switch on. I suddenly become aware of the things that I've been keeping in the back of my mind that I know I'm not attending to, but that suddenly become so incredibly in my face. And when that happens, I start focusing on my body with a little bit more of a critical eye. Nowhere near as bad as I used to be when I was struggling with bulimia, but it's still that little witch inside. She likes to come out every once in a while, and she likes to take the opportunity when I am feeling vulnerable to really beat me down. Now, the good thing is that I have done the work to get where I am today and be recovered. So that little witch doesn't get very often time to say what it is she wants to say before I shut it down. So I know I'm able to do that, and that feels really good, that I can shut her down and tell her what's what, and I'm in charge. And that I'm going to step up and do the things that I'm supposed to be doing to take care of myself, because number one, I respect myself and my body. Number two, I love myself. And number three, I accept my body exactly as it is. Now, there were many, many, many years where I could not say that. I couldn't even say I liked myself or I liked my body. It just was not something I mentally, emotionally, and physically believed I could actually say with any grain of truth. It just did not resonate with me. These days I can look straight at you and say I do love and accept myself exactly as I am. And that is what is going to help me get through this period of discomfort. Whereas yesterday afternoon I was introspective and negative about my body, this morning I decided to get up and do some exercise. Last night I got on the tramp and I shifted that negative energy straight away. And you can do that as well. Anytime you're feeling negative, move your body, shake it out. Just shake it out. Shake your whole body around and get that negative energy moving and replacing it with positive, fresh energy. So I did that. I did that last night. I did that again this morning. I wrote about it. I was vulnerable with you. I decided to just tell you all what I was going through, reassure you that I'm not perfect just because I have a pretty looking Facebook page and a pretty gorgeous website, and I get to do what I do to help people through their stuff. I still have stuff that comes up sometimes, and that's okay. Today I had to get on the scales, and initially I didn't want to do it. Initially I knew that because I've missed my last 2 donations, that over the last 6 weeks, I know that my body has changed. I know that because I've been trying to do too much, because I've been skipping my breakfast, if I have breakfast, I skip my lunch, and late in the afternoon I am starving. I don't always make the healthy choices. Even if I have nuts, it's too much nuts. I don't have a gallbladder anymore. I can only handle so much. I know these things. We all know these things. We all know these things of what will make us feel better and what doesn't serve us in trying to feel good in our bodies. So I had a few minutes where the thought of what the scales might say to me was going to be overwhelming. And then I thought, fuck it. I am not and will no longer allow the scales and the number on the scales to dictate my worth. I know my worth. Unfortunately, in the last few months, I have forgotten my worth. I have forgotten to respect myself. I have forgotten to nourish and nurture my body regularly. I have forgotten to do the things that I know make me feel the way that I want to feel. So I am focusing on those feelings, and I'm focusing on how good, how positive, how energizing and vital I feel, alive I feel, when I allow those feelings to be a part of my current existence. It keeps me aware, it keeps me mindful, it keeps me in the moment. It makes me conscious of the choices that I'm making. And that is what I'm grateful for. If I hadn't have gone through all of that other crap, I wouldn't have developed that awareness. If I hadn't have done the work and learnt the tools and practiced them, then I wouldn't know to recognize when I'm out of balance enough that it feels uncomfortable, and I need to do what I know is the best thing by me and my body to put me back into a sense of wholeness within myself. And that's what I'm doing. I'm doing that now. So regardless of whatever that number was on that scales, those scales, it doesn't matter to me. So I wanted to share this with you because for a moment I lost myself, and I almost let that number, which I knew was going to be different and more over the last 6 weeks than the last time, I almost let them ruin my day. But it only took me a few minutes to realize that's not how I choose to live my life. Now, it might take you a few hours, it might take you a whole day, it might take you a whole week to get over the fact that the scales have said something to you that you don't think is appropriate. But if you can, remember that you are not defined by the number on that scales. Remember that the more you focus on the number, remember that the more you focus on the things that you don't like, the more you focus on the parts of you, the lack of, that is what you are allowing more of in your life. That's what you're allowing to dictate how good you can feel. So it's up to you to change that by focusing on, well, what are you going to do today? How are you going to make healthy choices? How are you going to love yourself more? How are you going to be more kind and compassionate to yourself today when you need it the most? For me, I am going to be kind and understanding that my body's been going through a lot of ups and downs hormonally lately, and that I haven't been doing what I need to be doing to help to reset those hormones, to help to work with my body, because I've been working against it. So I'm just going to do one thing today that I know is going to make a positive difference to how I feel, so that those feelings will create more positive behaviors to keep doing those things that make me feel good. I hope this has helped. As always, if you're struggling, comment below or privately email me and I'll help you as much as I can. We're all in this together. You're not alone. Please like and share if you think this is going to help somebody else that you know is struggling with their body image or their weight or anything like that, because, you know, so many of us do and we don't talk about it. And I'm not going to stop talking about it just because I think, oh, well, someone might think, oh, well, maybe you do need to lose a little bit of weight. I don't give a shit. It's more about how I feel in my body, and that's what I want you to understand. It's more about how you feel in your body. You've got to love and accept yourself first before anybody else can give you that, so you truly value it and you truly value yourself enough to respect your body and yourself and your needs so that you can attend to them and do what you need to do to take the best care of you and to feel the way that you want to feel every day in your life. Take care.